Shalom, shalom. It's long time I have not make videos, when you are still reflecting in yourself. Because, you need, kinanan ka og kanang, to understand what's going on, you want to know in your life's journey. And when you listen some teaching in the rabbis, so I always, many times I hang on them for the Torah because there are many gems to get from them. And we have to connect that in the Brit Kadasha to the teaching of our Master Yeshua, the Apostle, and the disciples, because that is one. Although Judah is not yet open from Mashiach for some, for its majority, but when it comes to Mashiach, the essence of Mashiach, they are the one who has a great teaching about that. So the essence of Mashiach, we have to learn from them, because so that you will understand Yeshua, because Yeshua is a Jew. That is part of the Judaism understanding of the Torah. So there's no other way you can go to get understanding of the Torah but to our brethren Judah. So remember the parable of the prodigal son. We have to be humbled, and we have like Ruth as well, and Naomi she humbled herself to join Naomi for the redemption. So the Geulah, in Hebrew is Geulah. So there's no other way. We cannot invent the teaching of the Brit Kadasha or the New Testament like many does with the Christianity mindset, taking the verses without out of the context. This context is about the Jewish mindset and the community, how there was a conflict when in the time of Yeshua and the followers and the apostle of Yeshua, and Shaul is the emissary of, or the shaliach of Mashiach. So now, because we have to know, in the whole house of Israel, the word of Elohim will never stop. That the lawgiver is always, it is written, given to our elder brother Judah. So when you continue the teaching of the Christianity, which is from Edom, the enemy of Jacob, which is the both sons of Isaac, so you are really in the idolatry, Avodah Zarah. So because if you join Judah, you join in the worship of Hashem, diba? The Hashem, Yod He Vavi, or Yod He Wavi, it is in oneness unto Elohim. So you continue the teaching of the Christianity from Edom, and then you are dividing your soul to our brethren Judah and the oneness unto Elohim. And this is what Yeshua said in John 17, that we may, and to him also, Yeshua, that we also be one in him. He was talking to this in the first century, and the same, because the word of Elohim is never, because he's a living Torah, and it doesn't fade. The word of Elohim doesn't fade. So it's not limited of time. So this is how it will repeat. So now our Parashah today is Parashah Miketz. Miketz, what does it mean, a Miketz? So I forget the meaning of Miketz. So because I was reading from the chapter 41. So the chapter 41 is really very interesting teaching. When you read the Torah, there's always in the plain text, you can see the Pishat level. That is in the interpretation of the Torah is four ways. The Pishat, the Drash, and the Drash. The last one is Sod. Pishat, Remes, Drash, and Sod. Sod is the deep one. So when we read the Torah is, when you read is a letter, you know. But behind that, you go to the soul, which is the mystery. They call it in English mystery, but it's a secret of the Torah. It's a spirit of the Torah. In other words, that Shaul said that the Torah is spiritual. What Shaul teaching is a spirit of the Torah. The same with Yeshua is a spirit of the Torah. It is deep. They don't speak in the because Shaul speak about that, about the meat, and Yeshua speak about that. If you know the Torah, you will understand Yeshua's teaching. So this is why when we hang on the Jews to grasp some gems of the Torah, then you will remember Yeshua speaking and the teaching of the epistle of Shaul, the Shaliach of Mashak for the lost and for the nations, as he sent after from his brethren. Okay, so now with the teaching of the Parashah is very interesting. Just in the first chapter, first verse of the chapter, when you read that, this is really a prophetic teaching. The prophetic which has not yet happened is soon to be happen. You see, when we're very close to that to the end times, close to this is very close now sa ato ang situation karon, is very close na siya. So this is why there will be scarcity of food in the physical and in the spiritual also. It is written in somewhere, I remember that the famine of the word of Elohim. So of course it's a famine, because why? Because there are not so much people love to learn, to study the Torah. We are led by our ego. Our ego drew us. As long this ego is led to desire the Torah, to understand, to learn, to study, because the application of that is, it is Elohim will show you in your life, in our life, nga mo tagbo ta na og kanang trials o mga pagsulay, mga challenges sa kinabuhi. That is when you apply the Torah in your life. There is time of learning, but it is Elohim. He will show you to manifest the Torah, what you have learned, you study, you understand, by through in our journey of life. When we encounter challenges in life, it will, because the Torah is a filter. You know what is a filter? Or the one who sift, musaan siya, sift and purify. It is step by step, because dili man takasahon sa Elohim, kay lipin kutob na sa makaya nato. And then it's like, you see, when you remember the Jacob's ladder, the same ingana po na ang ato ang grow na to sa Torah. That is the purpose of the Torah, to grow up, to grow, or to the less as a Mashak who as a Jacob's ladder, is to grow our spirituality. So we become matured, and when you become mature, then you're able to stand from all when the time to come, when Elohim really shake the whole world, the scarcity of the food, then we know what is, then it will take place ng imuhang Torah. It is the one that feed, because the flesh is getting a decay, and if it's getting decay, then you feed your soul with your spirit with the Torah, then you will not be hungry. Dili nakaka-feel of hungry, because your spirit is the domination of the soul, the spirit that mo imong gi-feed sa imong self. This become mahimo na siyang kanang muna na siya mga miracles nga may tabo. Kay it is about the higher dimension naman. It is, if you understand the situation we have now, it is about when the evil, which is the evil, which is what is the earthly and the heavenly is nagtagbo na sila sa atong time karon. They are the negative and the positive, which is from the Shamayim is positive, and the negative is the earthly. So the more the negativity is rising up, the more pud ang kuan heavenly goes down. So how does because this is light and this is darkness, magtagbo na sila. the more the race of the negativity, the evil, the earthly, the fleshy, the more the spirituality. So if you are feed from the Torah of Mashiach, the Torah of Moshe through Mashiach, the lens of Yeshua, and you will have you will receive from what is from heavenly. You more and more, your light becomes more shine to your life, and in our earthly or our flesh, madominate siya. He must be submitted, our flesh, into a spiritual person. So pag mag-dominate ang imong ego, ang katong ego is this not really bad or evil inclination. It is to bring this into the right place according to the will of Elohim from above, na siya mo manifest here on earth to kung unsay naa sa spiritual o sa heavenly, mao siya mo manifest into action, into reality. So this is why when the time of the scarcity of the food, and if we trust Elohim, we trust Jehovah, that he will come, because you know that the plan. What is the plan? We are not in 2030, but they are planning for that. So I don't know what will be. So we just have the preparation is our spirituality, because when this two is the darkness and the light is coming down, because here, if you want to go in the Torah, because there is also in the body of Messiah here on earthly, because he's in bondage, but there is a filter on his people. There is a filter on his people, and the filter is always the Torah. Because if we continue with our doctrine, and we don't ask Elohim, because the problem we have, we are needy people. We are needy, so who is needy? That is our ego. Our ego is needy, so we want to go everybody. So when we are needy, that is your energy, where you put your energy. When we put our energy to the Torah, it's like a battery. So a battery will charge siya inside in us. This way, mahadlok ng mga unsay dagan. This is a process to learn ourselves. This is why we need reflection, the meditation of the Torah, how we have to think. Every Parashah is a lot to learn, that we have to think the Torah is really the angle of every Torah. We have read every Shabbat. We have learning to accumulate for our soul. This is how when you meditate, it is Elohim mo give increase na to your understanding. Because ang Elohim may mo manifest mo siya na kung kita is submissive ta sa Elohim. We always ask question, why? Don't follow the man, because if you follow the man, you will go to the majority, you will go to the club, then Elohim can block siya sa imuhang life. He cannot access with you because you're following men. You have nothing to please with Elohim, but follow what is Elohim's will. Do not just to ask question. Always ask question, because Elohim will really give you the answer in the right time. So because it's a process. When you're in the Torah, when you begin to study the Torah, you will be in the process of life. Because this is why ang atong ego will be confronted in the wilderness. The same with our forefather was confronted in the wilderness. Because why? Their mirror is always going back. The flesh is always going back to the earthly things. So the earthly life. But no, it is Elohim who lead now. If we want Elohim lead without complaining in life, and it takes time because it takes time to understand that, because when you are in your pain, when you encounter with many troubles in your life, that is our pain, there is always light. No pain, no gain. So by gaining, that is our lessons in life. And mantras buhita, it's always, we can overcome that by the help of the Father. Through Yeshua, we can overcome anak nga pagsulay, because that is part of the process. Because Elohim is, kung sa tanom pa na, sa kahoy pa na, gipron ta niya. Ikunsay mga, because daghan mga habits nga ato ang ego. So it is being prone. So this ego must be lead into submission and humbleness. This is why the pain is kanang magreklamo, magkuhan kag kalagot sa mga tao nga nakapasakit nimo. It is But if you see the teaching of our Parsha today, Yosef, gatanong ba siya kalagot sa Mingson, bisan sa iyahang pag, they are the cause of his, of the separation from the father, is also the cause of the, you know, what na siya, kanang, has been cut off and he was been slave in Egypt. But he never, wala siya nagtanong og kalagot sa mga igsuon. Wala siya nagtanong. But gi-accept niya ang situation nga he knows that Elohim is with him to lead him on the journey, because Elohim has a plan for him and he trusts on that and he has hope on that. He is being humble, but he never compromised in his life. And until he is in the Elohim was able to how you call it, to able to kuan niya ba kanang glorify ang Elohim sa iyang life. It is the same for us. If you know that he raised what is written that kana ang magpaubos ipataas, di ba? Naaman na sa I don't know, kalimutan. Who humble himself, Elohim will raise. He resists the proud and he will give grace to the humble. Oh, that one. So, ingana na siya ang life na to. So, kaya that is a part of the process. Elohim has really said that in the, why does Elohim bring us in the wilderness? Why does the Father bring us into the wilderness? What is that? For them, it's a scarcity of food. Why? Because they only eat mana, no water, always complaining. The same po na. We are on that now in our time. And you see the inflation of the kanang mga palitonon ron, mga sa tong consuming na tong pagkaon sa mga palitonon is going inflation. That is for going for the scarcity. So the same po na. And this Parashah is a prophetic na siya nga, ng Parashah ni Yosef, in the life of Yosef, it's a prophetic na siya. If you understand the first verse, that in the end of if you read that, what was it? I don't remember. If you read the chapter 1, let me read a bit so that I can figure out what to speak. You see, and it came to be at the end of 2 years. Is it not interesting? When you see at the end of the 2 years, what does it mean? The end of the 2,000 years. It means 1 year is equal to 1,000 years. It's the end of the. This is a prophetic. It's not yet happened, and it will be happen when Yeshua return. So in behind of this, just in the 41, you have a lot to. It is a lot to understand, to study behind. So I will give you what I have understood. I hope mag-give na ko tanan. What I have understood in all that reading, repeating from this Parashah in the whole year. So I will give you my insight and my understanding from this very prophetic in our last hour. And this has not yet happened. This has not yet happened. You see, it came to be at the end of the 2 years' time that Pharaoh had a dream and saw him standing by the river. So I will not give all the data concerning the life of Joseph. Kutob lang sa akong i-share ninyo that si Joseph, when he was, kay arita sa kuan, katong pag ano niya, he was tempted by sa wife ni Potiphar, nag-accuse siya, nga nislep siya, bisag wala. It's a picture, the woman there is a picture of Nahash. Because Joseph is in the tree of life, he is in the middle pillar, he is a yesod. Si yesod, that is represent the manhood, which is the kanang kinatao sa lalaki. So siya nagrepresent and then after sa Tiferet, that is the place of Yaakov. So in the middle pillar, and then down is the Malkot, represent ni David. So now in that, the sexual the representation, that is ang attributes ni Joseph nga kuan na siya. This is why it's not just physically, it is also spiritually nga kanang na idolatry, fornication, you see, nga na. So this is why when you understand that it's not just physically nga kabahin sa kinatao, but it's also spiritually that our mindset is kanang kuan, kanang ni fornicata, you know. But we have to really cleanse, because when we really striving for holiness, and to receive the light of Elohim, because the light of Elohim needs to have a vessel which is clean vessel. So which when our vessel is not clean, but still we want to receive, and we are so boastful, we are so arrogant, you are full of pride. It's only your earthly, your ego wants to boast yourself that kanang kuan, you want to be in spirituality, but you are really not spirituality, because the true in the spirituality are people who are humble themselves, and they are not Holy Spirit, you know. Kita fleshy pa gyud ta. So we have a lot to unsay nga na cleanse atong house, especially ani atong thoughts, kay naamo ni number 1 ang naadiri ang battle nato. So now concerning Yosef, if you see, it's the end of the 2000 years. It's represent also the prophetic, there is the end of the 2000 year, and we are, as I say for those who I have shared about the counting, that we are remain 5 years for the last jubilee, and the last 7 years we have remained 5. So we will see. So they are counting to 2030, and we are also reaching to the 7 years Shemitah. So we're in the last Shemitah, and this is really, I'm very strongly, because we don't know, because if you see the plan of from the other side is really a evil plan. It's really darkness, because humanity totally be erased in the in the earth. They want to erase the human for them to rule the other side. So that is the battle. The good side and the bad side is battling the spirituality. This is why I said the heavenly and the earthly is in connecting. The raising of the evil and the going down of the light is a battle, because in us we are in that double entity. In this double entity we have to battle that, and this is here, because this is here, as our thoughts is also needs to equip from the word of Elohim. And this is why the Torah is always to be it's like, you know, when you see clean animals like cow, goat, sheep, when they eat the grass, they always chew. So they have that the same receiving the grass they eat. It's not the same from the unclean animals. So this is the same in the believers who always chew the word, the Torah, to meditate day and night. So this is why to meditate, because we need understanding, so that to have understanding, to have knowledge, we become wisdom, to have wisdom from above, not the wisdom from below. The wisdom from below is, as Charles said, is a foolishness. Is nothing compared to the wisdom of the heavenly. What is the heavenly is the wisdom of the Torah. That is, so by learning from that, we can learn a lot in the, as long as we are natay kinabuhi, we have life. So if it is we dedicate that in our life about the Torah, we humble ourselves before Elohim to guide us and to understand. And because ang usa man usay sa atong weakness is kanang kuan manggod ka na mapagsulay nato nga ma-down ta. We were down ta, because ma-down man ta is because it's not according to the plan we want to have. And our ego is always in calculation. Our calculation, easy comfort zone, But we must to, if we want the challenges in life, if you see the life of Yosef, it is so. He has never planned that. He was boasting in the front of his brother, the parent, because the parents, like Leah, because Rachel is no more there, right? Rachel is no more there. Well, Rachel died, okay? So, he said, with the sheep there, and he bowed down sa iya. That is already his dream, that his dream was is a prophetic, is a coming. So what we have read in this life of Joseph is a blueprint for the future to come. So this is, if you see that, because if now when he was in the temptation, it is also the battle between Nahash and it's Nahash, a serpent who want to tempt the Mashiach, because he's a chosen of Elohim. Elohim is he, of course, this is this is why Elohim is always filtering his people. He is purifying his people by through our mga injustice sa life, mga injustice sa mga sa mga trials na to, mga challenges na to sa kinabuhi. Isulayan ta, di ba? Kaya diha mga accusation. So the accusation is muna gitawag sa in the Revelation the accuser of the brethren. So when you're accused of many things, is because, and it's not true, and you know who is talking to them, that is their evil side or talking to them. So this is why when Joseph was in the dungeon, is also a form of, he was in the parallel of Yeshua. He was in the grave, you know, after the death of Yeshua, that he was he went to the lower world. Napa siya tong sa gikan tong mga, di ba, if you remember who is this name, Lazaro, there was a partition from the righteous, and because Lazarus was righteous and the rich man there. So Yeshua went in this place. They call it this way, is a place of dungeon. If you remember also when Yeshua was on the tree or in the cross, that there was two behind. So it's also represent the butler and the wine, you know, the butler and the baker, you know, the wine. So ganun siya ikwan niya katong duha ka kwan ba, duha ka nga ni consult sa ilang mga dream. That was also represents sa duha ka in beside him, the butler and the baker, you know, and the baker was when namatay siya. So mo po na represent dito sa, di ba dito sila sa kuan sa prison, because the prison, you can read it somewhere. I don't remember the verse that Yeshua went to the deepest and he took the captivity. After his resurrection, he took the captivity on that to bring to the reign to you know, they are free. So they are in the heavenly places, like Lazaro, you know, all those who die in Mashiach and those who wait our Father, they are already in the heavens, because in the throne of Elohim, because it was Yeshua. In Yeshua is life man. So in his resurrection, as Shaul said, I think that we also rise in him. So no more death in him. This is why it's very interesting that the prison is also a picture of the captivity from those who are in the low level, in the dungeon, which is represent the partition of the good and namatay man to, namatay ang usa, di ba, ang baker, wa siya makasud sa ging harian sa kang Pharaoh. So it's also Pharaoh represent as Elohim, because now he has given, it is a Mitzrayim. Everything is in a Mitzrayim. This is a future event, future to come. As Yeshua will come also, this is also the Mitzrayim. The world system today is a Mitzrayim. So soon when he come back, it's also a how you call it, that Yosef represent that he will reign. So if you see carefully reading with that, is a very powerful teaching. And ang usa na-restore, di ba? Na-restore ang usa, ang katong butler sa wine, is na-restore siya to serve in the Pharaoh's kingdom. And then Joseph he said that you are not greater than me. So he given the authority. So a picture of it is in the Mitzrayim, it's a future. So it's like it's a blueprint for the coming, that Yeshua is given the authority from the Father to rule in the earth. The abundance, we will have abundance. So this is why it's very interesting teaching about the scarcity of the food, you know. Is this And the scarcity of the food today is because they will buy food to Joseph, the same. This is a physical, but spiritually in the coming time, muna yung wala tayo cashless. Wala cash. No more cash na. Kaya ang silver and gold, di naman sila, mahurot man to. Mahurot yung nagpalit ni Yeshua, ni Joseph. If you read carefully, they will buy the food. And then wala sila kwarta. You will read that in after the, I think the next in the next Parashah, I think, when we is raining. So we are not yet there, but it's very beautiful about the buying. You can see that the the planning of the new world order is coming. So it is so the you have to see that teaching. It is about the teaching of the coming new world order. So beautiful kayo na. Oh, diba? So that is represented to the two who was beside Yeshua when he died. That he was the one raised and the other one he didn't, because he was humble. The other one was humble and he was raised. So that is the picture. The picture when Joseph was brought out in the dungeon, the prison. It is also a picture of resurrection of the Mashiach, resurrection of Mashiach on the third day. Is it not beautiful? In the third day. What is in the third day? That is in the 7,000 millennium. Okay? So that is very, very powerful teaching of the Torah. And it is really the blueprint. If you see well behind the letter of that is, when you see the New World Order, that is the New World Order. When you have to study the deep behind of the teaching of the life of Joseph. So, murag medyo taas-taas na kanilang, diri lang sa takutob nga kung i-share ninyo. And what else? All this dream. I will not say about the seven lean cows, itong magutom na sa wala sila kanang kuan, katong scarcity. So maybe next time, I don't know if I can include here that the represent nga, di ba, mahurot ilang silver and gold, mahurot og palit og kuan because of the scarcity of food, mahurot og palit sa pagkaon ni Joseph. Is also nag-picture out is all the money, they will give all the money just to receive. Muna kanang ilang gingon ni Lolo Swab da kanang kuan, you were all nothing and will be happy. So this is only food for them, but in the reality, this is why it is what they are doing is also in the preparation of the Mashiach's reign. So this is why it will come, maabot na nga time nga is a prophetic teaching of this Torah for the new world order of Mashiach. This is why I always say that, you see, always battle mo ng Antichrist ninyo. Andiyan mo yung Antichrist ninyo kay Antichrist ninyo never will reign. If you see this Parashah, the blueprint of the Parashah is you will see in the reality, it is about Mashiach. Mashiach, Yeshua will reign in the whole earth for the new world order. So this is read and learn, pray for understanding, that Elohim will open your understanding to understand this Parashah today, especially in the life of Yosef. So now, we see 7 years, and he is appointed, he is the overseer to the all in the Mitzrayim, and it's also the picture of the coming millennium, that it is Yeshua will overseer the whole world, the King of Kings and the Master of all. He is the one. So the Pharaoh could be a spirit of Elohim, be over my house. You see, he is entrusted by Pharaoh, and is a picture of in the earthly to reign. And he had the second tribe, which is they cried out before Boni, and he said over the land of Mitzrayim. So you remember that what is written? It is written that you shall. It is written, I think, in the I don't remember now. All come to bow down, to bow down in him. You see the parallel. So beautiful, diba? Kung kita na, sige, tanawan ninyo kay mo na in verse 43. And he made rain ride in the second chariot which he had, and they cried out before him, bow the knee, and he sat over all the land of Mitzrayim. And this is, I think, it's in Revelation all knee shall bow down to him, you know. This is. And Pharaoh said to him, I'm a Pharaoh, and without the word you let no man lives upon foot in Mitzrayim. So it is, he's under, this is, if you read carefully in the Brit Kadasha, it is, Yeshua's doing is to put until the enemies, he will bring to entrust, to bring all to, after he finish with his enemy, to bring all, i-hand over niya nga to sa father ang kanang ayang after the battle. 30 years old before Pharaoh, so when Mitzrayim, you say 30 years old, and Yosef will both the sons, and Pharaoh, so muna ni the cause. Oh yeah, so it was not beautiful, so no. So, and all the earth in the last, all the earth came to Yosef in Mitzrayim to buy grain, because the scarcity was severe in all the earth. So this is in the last, in the future, that everybody will come to buy food in Yeshua Mashiach. He is the bread of life. So he will feed the people with the Torah. The Torah. Ang Torah will make them full, because it's all about our soul. This is not here it's physical, but in the coming future is about the Torah. And the Torah will go forth from Zion, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. He will walk in his footsteps, and he will teach us his way. So the Torah will continue there in Zion, and it will be the center of all the earth. The people will go to buy food from Yeshua. And if you see those who plan, they will bow their knee and they will worship He, as Yeshua said in the Revelation 3, I think, because you love me, you keep your patience, I will also, they on the synagogue of Satan, they will worship you in your knee. This is Yeshua's word, and it will come. It will come. So the same what happened to Joseph, that his brethren will bow down also. But you see, Joseph will never accuse his brother. The same with Yeshua. He never. What does he said? Inside pagkamatay niya, what he said? Forgive them, Father, for they don't know. He said to his brethren Judah, pasayloa sila kay wa sila masayod sa ilang gibuhat. The same po ni Yosef. What does he said to his brother? He said to his brother that, but in the other part chapter, he said that it is the will of Elohim. This is why I am here. You see the advance to keep them nga maka-benefit sila og food for the scarcity, during the scarcity. Oh, hallelujah. Shalom, shalom. That is the Parashah Miketz. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.